Hey guys, this is a painting tutorial for the Rohan house from GW. If you follow this, you should be able to create a house which looks something like this. And I'll also guide you with the barrels and the fences that comes with the kit. I won't talk about the construction in this video, because depending on if you have one or multiple kits, there's lots to do and different combinations you can create. And there's good videos online by people such as Zorba. I recommend his videos. In this one, I will just show you how to paint the standard house that's on the box. After I constructed it, I put some green stuff in and around the roof to fill in the gaps between the joins, and a little bit also on the barrel. It comes in halves, so there's a gap there. And then I primed it. This is me doing the palisades, but I primed the house the same with light grey. And then take a brown. I don't use all GW paint, so this one is equivalent to maybe a Monfang brown by GW, but I just use the cheaper stuff for this. And once you've done all of the top of the roof, take Zandari dust and then give it a dry brush. So get a big bristled brush and just a little bit of paint on it. And then once that's done, I take standard grey and paint all of the wood in the kit. So this includes the fences and the barrels and also the paneling on the roof, and then the walls of the house and the doors. After this, I take the grey paint, but I mix in a lot of white, so I make a very light grey colour. And then I take my dry brushing brush and dab off all the excess paint and go back over those grey areas with a dry brush. So I lightly hit all those parts that I previously did. Once that's done, I make a green. This is up to you. I went quite bright with this green, but I made a green which matched the capes of my Rohan characters. So, and then I did the doors and the top panel. And above the door, if you go with this style, there's gold embellishment. So I didn't paint gold first. I painted a kind of a dark yellow color, just as an undercoat, and then went over top of that with a gold. After that, I took some silver and did all of the metallic things on the house. So that included hinges and doorknobs, and if you have the hanging ropes, the little things that they hang off. And then I take some Zandri dust and color any ropes that you might have put on the walls, and also the beams in the windows. And then I get some flesh shade wash. I want it to give the appearance that the wood has been there for a while, so the weather and the dirt has washed up onto the wood and kind of eroded it a little bit. So I went around the whole house and did that. And then take some sepia wash, and to create the illusion of a little bit of rust, brush some of that into the silver. And then take a Nung oil wash and fill up all of the gaps in the windows. When you're waiting for this to dry, you're going to want to set it on a flat surface upright so it doesn't all pool at the bottom, and gives a nice even black over all of the windows. And also take that Nung oil and add some shading into the rope. Next, take some grey paint and paint these parts on the barrels. Then we take some standard brown and fill in the dirt area around the fence. After that, take some flesh shade wash and cover the barrel so it gives it a bit of a brown wood look. not too much, just a little bit, covering the whole barrel. Next is Agrax wash, and to create more of a weathered look on the roofing, I just went around the edges close to the wood paneling and added some watered down Agrax to that. So on all the sides there. Next I take Xandri dust and do a dry brush of the dirt below the fence. And when that's dry, you don't need to do this, but I added some extra tufts and little bits of greenery at the bottom of the fence. So these need to be very small, but I just added a couple to each one. And you can stick them on with white glue. Maybe try and use some pieces that look Rohan-esque. And then I took the Leadbelcher silver, and on top of the grey around the outside of the barrels, I just added some little scratches. I think this gives a good look, rather than painting it all silver. Some of the weather has been scratched away, revealing the silver underneath. And this is what the final house looked like. I'm pretty happy with the result. Let me know if you have any questions below, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.